Today we will discuss the current affairs. The topic is Coastal Regulation Zone. What is Coastal Regulation Zone? The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change amended the Coastal Regulation Zone Notification 2011. The Coastal Regulation Zone notification declares certain coastal stretches at Coastal Regulation Zone and imposes restrictions on the setting up and expansion of industries, operations, and processes in this zone. The amendment to the notification provides that certain areas of mangroves will be protected under the notification. This amendment to the notification provides that certain areas of mangroves will be protected under the notification. These include mangrove areas arising due to saline water access beyond a sluice gate constructed before 19th February 1991. Therefore, these mangroves shall not be diverted for any developmental activities. Coastal Zone and CRZ norms. The coastal zone is a transition area between marine and territorial zones. It includes shore ecosystem, wetland ecosystem, mangrove ecosystem, mud flat ecosystem, seagrass ecosystem, salt marsh ecosystem, and seaweed ecosystem, that is seaweeds ecosystem. In India, the coastal regulation zone rules govern human and industrial activity close to the coastal line. In order to protect the fragile ecosystems near the sea, they restrict certain kinds of activities like large constructions, setting up of new industries, storage or disposal of hazardous material, mining, reclamation, and bunding within a certain distance from the coastline. The basic idea is because areas immediately next to the sea are extremely delicate. The basic idea is because areas immediately next to the sea are extremely delicate, home to many marine and aquatic life forms, both animal and plants, and are also threatened by climate change. They need to be protected against unregulated development. Under CRZ rules, the regulation zone has been defined as the area up to 500 meter from the high tide line HTL. The restriction depend on criteria such as the population of the area, the ecological sensitivity, the distance from the shore, and whether the area had been designated as a natural park or wildlife zone. Evolution of rules. Evolution of rules. After the passing of Environment Protection Act in 1986, CRZ Coastal Regulation Zone rules were first framed in 1991. After these were found to be restrictive, the Center notified new rules in 2011, which also included exemptions for the construction of Navi Mumbai Airport and for projects of the Department of Atomic Energy. After even these rules were found inadequate, however, the Environment Ministry in 2014 set up a 6-member committee under Sailesh Nayak to give suggestions for a new set of CRZ rules. The committee submitted its report in 2015. Based on these and other inputs, the Environment Ministry issued fresh CRZ rules in 2018, which removed certain restrictions on building, streamlined the clearance processes, and aimed to encourage tourism in coastal areas. Classification of areas, CRZ areas. What are the classifications? Coastal stretched within 500 meters of high tide lines on the landward side are classified into four categories, namely: first is category 1 CRZ1. It includes areas that are ecologically sensitive and important, such as national parks, marine parks, sanctuaries, reserve forest, wildlife habitats, mangroves, corals and coral reefs, etc., and areas between low tide line and high tide line. Regulations: no new construction shall be permitted in CRZ1 areas except: first is project relating to the Department of Atomic Energy, second is pipeline project or conveying system including transmission lines, third is exploration and extraction of oil and natural gas. Category 2 CRZ2. This category includes areas that have already been developed up to or close to the shoreline. Regulations: building shall be permitted only on the landward side of the existing road or on the landward side of the existing authorized structures. Category 3 CRZ3. Areas that are relatively undisturbed and do not belong to the first two categories. These will include coastal zones in rural areas, developed or undeveloped areas within municipal limits, or in legally designated urban areas that are not substantially built up. Regulations: areas up to 200 meters from the high tide line have been earmarked. Areas up to 200 meters from STL high tide line have to be earmarked as a no development zone. However, agriculture, horticulture, gardens, pastures, parks, playfields, forestry, and salt manufacturing from seawater may be permissible in this zone. The construction or reconstruction of dwelling units between 200 to 500 meters of the high tide line permitted if they are within the ambit of traditional rites and customary uses such as existing fishing villages. Reconstruction or alteration of an existing authorized building permitted. Category 4 or CRZ4. Coastal stretches in the Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep and small islands except those designated as CRZ1, CRZ2 or CRZ3. Regulations: Andaman and Nicobar Islands. No new construction shall be permitted within 200 meters of the high tide lines. Lakshadweep and small islands. For permitting construction, the distance from the high tide line shall be decided depending on the size of islands. Buildings between 200 and 500 meters from the high tide line shall not have more than 2 floors. The total covered area shall not be more than 50% of the plot size, and the total height shall not exceed 9 meters, applicable to both Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep Islands. Coastal Regulation Zone CRZ Notification 2018 Salient Features: allowing FSI as per current norms in CRZ areas. As per CRZ 2011 notification for CRZ2 urban areas, floor space index FSI or the floor area ratio FAR had been frozen as per 1991 Development Control Regulation DCR levels. In the CRZ 2018 notification, it has been decided to defreeze the same and permit FSI floor space index for construction projects as prevailing on the date of the new notification. This will enable redevelopment of these areas to meet the emerging needs. Densely populated rural areas to be afforded greater opportunity for development. For CRZ3 rural areas, two separate categories have now been stipulated as follows. First is CRZ3A. These are densely populated rural areas with a population density of 2161 per square kilometer as per 2011 census. Such areas shall have a no development zone NDZ of 50 meters from the high tide line as against 200 meters from the high tide line stipulated in the Coastal Regulation Zone Notification 2011, since such areas have similar characteristics as urban areas. B, that is CRZ2B, rural areas with population density of below 2161 per square kilometer as per 2011 census. Such areas shall continue to have the NDZ of 200 meters from the high tide line. Tourism infrastructure for basic amenities to be promoted. Temporary tourism facilities such as shacks, 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 toilet blocks, changing rooms, drinking water facilities, etc., have now been permitted in beaches. Such temporary tourism facilities are also now permissible in the No Development Zone NDZ of the CRZ3 areas as per the notification. However, a minimum distance of 10 meters from high tide line should be maintained for setting up of such facilities. CRZ clearance streamlined. Only such projects or activities which are located in the CRZ1 ecologically sensitive areas and CRZ4 area covered between low tide line and 12 nautical miles seaward, 12 nautical mile seaward, shall be dealt with for CRZ clearance by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change MEFCC. The powers for clearance with respect to CRZ2 and CRZ3 have been delegated at the state level with necessary guidance. A no development zone NDZ of 20 meters have been stipulated for all islands or islands close to the mainland coast and for all backwater islands in the mainland in wake of space limitations and unique geography of such regions, bringing uniformity in treatment of such regions, NDZ of 20 meters has been stipulated. Population abatement has been accorded special focus. In order to address pollution in coastal areas, treatment facilities have been made permissible activities in CRZ1B area. Defense and strategic projects have been accorded necessary dispensation. Benefits. The proposed CRZ notification 2018 will lead the enhanced activities in coastal regions, thereby promoting economic growth while also respecting the conservation principles of coastal regions. It will not only result in significant employment generation but also to better life and add value to the economy of India. The new notification is expected to rejuvenate coastal areas while reducing their vulnerabilities. Criticism. Commercial and industrial expansion in coastal areas. Comptroller and Auditor General CAG of India has pointed out that the frequent amendments made to the notification have paved way for commercial and industrial expansion in coastal areas while natural disasters have become more frequent, causing severe loss to human lives and properties. Coastal Regulation Zone notification has been amended 37 times not to protect the coast but to open it for development. Destruction of ecosystem. After classifying ecologically sensitive areas under CRZ1A, activities such as mangrove walks, tree huts, nature trails, etc. were exempted in the name of ecotourism as tourism facilities. When such activities are permitted in the fragile ecosystem, it is likely to disturb marine life, further leading to depletion and destruction of the ecosystem in due course of time. Conflict between fishing community. Developing beach ecotourism may further lead to conflict with the fish folk. Conflict with fishing community. Developing beach tourism may further lead to conflict with the fisher folk who depend on the beach for their livelihoods. CRZ3 areas are the ones where traditional communities live and subsist on the natural resources. While the notification changed the land use in CRZ3 areas to bring in tourism, its impact on the livelihood of local communities have not been taken into account. Lack of punitive measures. If the regulations listed in CRZ notification are implemented properly, the coastal zones can be safeguarded against encroachments. However, since it is only a notification without any punitive measures, it could not be enforced strictly. Coastal Zone Management Plan CZMP. The CRZ notification 2011 entailed a CZMP Coastal Zone Management Plan to be prepared by the coastal states within a year. However, till 2018, many states had not prepared any plan, while few plans submitted lacked any proposals for housing facilities for fisher folk. Notification has been drafted to facilitate flagship projects of the government. Its provisions for land reclamation and permission to build roads even in ecologically sensitive CRZ1 facilities, the creation of coastal economic zones. The government has declared Sagarmala, Bharatmala and CRZs as strategic projects which have blanket exemptions from CRZ provisions to boost industrial and export growth. Sagarmala envisages setting up 14 CEZs. Violation of CRZ norms. Recent cases. There have been cases of courts ordering demolition of resorts or apartments for violating CRZ norms, but stakeholders have either obtained stays or have got relief in the Supreme Court. The razing of 4 illegal apartment complexes in Maradu, Kerala was ordered by Supreme Court in May 2019 for breaching coastal regulation zone CRZ norms, and recently the last of the 4 illegal apartments was razed by implosion marking the completion of the demolition drive. Some 26 resorts and hotels in Thiruvananthapuram, Kovalam Beach have been served notice for violation of CRZ rules. In the Kochi Municipal Corporation area, 35 violations have been reported. Conclusion. Under these circumstances, it is imperative to bring in a stringent coastal policy to conserve both the ecology and the communities. The government, instead of releasing notification after notification and introducing infinite number of amendments, should come up with a comprehensive act for coastal areas.